Good morning, traders, and welcome to the opening trade. I'm Ayla. Before we get started, don't forget to first read and understand our disclosures found by both link and text in the description of this video. Alright, let's take a look at the current SIM account balance. Here we go, simulated the opening trade. Here's our cash value. The gross will match the red as long as any manual or automated trades have been performed. And the realized will be the price after the fees. Make sure you understand your fee schedule from your provider. It's very important. Okay, so let's take a look at the backtest results from the last 3+ years on these strategies, automated strategies that we will possibly see trade later in this live stream. So the first automated strategy is going to be 6 minutes after the New York Open, and it will be on the Dow Jones Futures. Here is our start and end date, the max drawdown, the gross loss, and the total net profit there. 2 minutes after the Dow, as long as the automated trade indicators have been met, we will see the Russell fire off. And here is the start and end date there, max drawdown, the gross loss, and the total net profit. 2 minutes after the Russell, as long as each automated trade indicator has been met, we can see two trades fire off, NASDAQ and S&P 500. For the NASDAQ, here is our start and end date, the max drawdown, gross loss, and total net profit there. And then for the S&P 500, here is our start and end date, the max drawdown, the gross loss, and the total net profit there. Okay. So now that we've looked at our back test results, I want to make sure that I have my chart set up correctly on a 3-minute candle, that I'm in the right account and on the right strategy. Then the first thing I like to do is see what happened in total of yesterday. So here's the start of yesterday through to today. And this is S&P 500 currently above the 200 period EMA. Let's take a look at the NASDAQ. All right, so yesterday started roughly here, and start of today. And we're above the 200 period EMA on the NASDAQ. Currently, we have less than 6 minutes before we see the New York Open. This is Dow Jones Futures. Let's see what yesterday did in total. Here's the start. Through to today. Now let's take a look at the Russell. Here's yesterday starting, went through today, and then let's look at crude oil. All right, so crude oil is here for yesterday through to today. Personally, I like to look at what the day before did, and then I like to zoom in so that way I can easily place my crosshairs on the current open candles. The reason for this is when you place it on an open candle, the bottom there, the highlighted box says 0627. That tells me what time the candle is going to close at, and then it will become its true color, either red or green. When it's open, the color it is not its true color. So let's take a look at the calendar. So yesterday we saw the TIC long-term purchases come out, and then this morning at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time, the building permits and housing starts reports came out. And then at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have FOMC member Bowman speaking. Tomorrow at 10:30 Eastern Standard Time, the crude oil inventories will be coming out. The base book comes out at 2 p.m. At 5:30, FOMC member Goldie speaks. At 7 o'clock, FOMC member Williams will be speaking. Thursday, we're keeping an eye out for the unemployment claims and the Philly Fed Manufacturing Index. And there will be more FOMC speakers on Thursday, about 3 at this time. And Friday, we will be keeping an eye out for the flash manufacturing PMI and the flash services PMI, and there's another FOMC member speaking. Okay, so we have less than 3 minutes before we see the New York market open. Right now, crude oil is the only one I can take a manual trade on in the first 6 minutes. And it's way too close to the 200 period EMA, and the color indication for the 3-step manual trading that I like to use is not there. So what that means is we'll be reading the news. All right, so let me refresh our news here. All right, so what do we know? We know everybody is changing their price target. So let's get caught up on all the price target changes today. So Goldman Sachs adjusts the price target on JB Hunt Transportation Transport Services to $203 from $207 and maintains the buy rating. Wells Fargo adjusts the price target on PBF Energy to $51 from $58 and keeps the overweight rating. Hindsight unveils artificial intelligent content generation narration on learning platform, and the shares gain rebound. Wells Fargo trims the price target on Blackstone secured lending fund to $25.50 from $26 and maintains the overweight rating. Energy stocks flip pre-market today. We have less than a minute before we see the open of the New York market. KeyBank raises the price target on Duke Energy to $113 from $112 and maintains the overweight rating. Gold trading higher as a weaker dollar offers support. All right, let's talk about Wells Fargo some more. They cut the. All right, the New York New York market just opened. So that means that we have less than 6 minutes before we could potentially see our first automated trade fire off on the Dow Jones futures. We would like to thank you for watching, liking, and subscribing. Our systems are automated and they are live when enabled by the user. They run in the U.S. equity futures markets, and free trials to the automated trading systems are on our website at theopeningtrade.com. We also now have indicator-driven discretionary or manual trading systems on our website as well. So check those out. They're pretty neat. And don't forget to read and understand all associated risks listed on the website and in this video description. So we know that it's 1 minute after the open of the New York market. Crude oil is trying to pull above and away. That's what these green candles are indicating. So we'll see what we want to wait for it to get as far above the 200 period EMA before we take a manual trade. All right, so here is S&P 500 futures, of course, NASDAQ futures, Dow Jones futures, and the Russell 2000 futures. We can see that the markets on the Russell and Dow are having really big candles compared to the NASDAQ is not as big. S&P is trying to get there, and crude oil is going to match them, and again, it's an open candle. It won't close until 3 minutes after the New York session started, and that's in less than a minute from now. So we don't know where the candle really is going to land until it actually closes. So we'll be keeping an eye on that. We would like to make sure that we give a chance for all of our automated systems to hopefully meet their trade indicators so that way they fire off. All right. German economic expectations slump unexpectedly in April on market uncertainty. Verizon continues to upgrade Nashville's best network. The first candle has closed of since the New York market has opened in crude oil. We're very close to the 200 period EMA, and going off of the three-step manual trading, I don't have an indicator to make a trade at this time, which is fine. So let's see what's happening in the other charts here. This is Russell. It's now below the 200 period EMA. Dow is as well. NASDAQ still above, but it's on its way to the 200, and the S&P 500 is just been steadily creeping down for a chunk of candles. Okay, so we know our first automated trade. If the automated trade indicators are met, would fire off on this chart of the Dow Jones futures. So we'll leave it there. Great thing about our automated trading is that you can fine tune it. It's extremely user friendly. The options are pretty mind blowing. All right, so let's talk some more about these adjusted price targets. So let's start with Barclays. Barclays adjusts the price target on DT midstream to $57 from $64 and keeps the overweight rating. They also adjust the price target on energy transfer to 16 from 15 to maintain the overweight rating. Wells Fargo lowers the price target on Delek US Holdings to $20 from $22 and maintains the underweight rating. My bad, the underweight rating. Okay, so we have less than a minute before we could potentially see our first automated trade fire off. And once again, that's only if the automated trade indicator has been met. So we'll see what happens there. Northrop Grumman, Northrop Grumman rapidly completes critical design review for Tranche 1 transport layer. The Toronto Stock Exchange rose at the open. Avian Minerals amends terms of private placement. Borlec to hold virtual annual meeting of shareholders on May 10th of this year and will release its 2023 first quarter financial results on that day. So the Dow did not fire off. The automated trade indicator was not met. That's fine. We know that the next one could potentially fire off on the Russell. We're just see what's going to happen. Crude oil is making its breaks down and below the 200 period EMA. So when we're below the white line, we want to catch green candles on the rise. When we're above the white line, we want to catch red candles on their way down. So let's take a look what's happened in the other markets. We have less than a minute before we could potentially see an automated trade fire off on the Russell 2000 futures as long as the automated trade indicator has been met. We have free trials to automated trading systems on our website at theopeningtrade.com. Extremely user friendly, and you can fine tune them to your plan. Make sure that you read and understand all associated risks listed on the website and in this video description. The Russell will be our next potential automated trade firing off in less than a minute. Canadian SME unveils finalists for the 2022 Small Business Awards, partnered with Google Canada in celebrating excellence and innovation in the nation's SME sector. FCC Tech 2022 annual report highlights record revenue and gross margins, set the platform for the future profitable growth. So the Russell did not fire off an automated trade. That's fine. It means that the trade wasn't there to take, and that's why we have the automated trading software there to do the thinking while I look at the news. The crude oil is still not giving an indicator to take a trade at this time. Russell didn't take its automated trade, so as well the three-step annual trading colors are not there for me to take a trade, and it's very close to the 200 period EMA. We have less than 2 minutes before we see potentially 2 automated trades fire off as long as their automated trade indicators have been met. So at this time, we can only wait and see. It's less than a minute. We'll look at the news some more. GEX Management Incorporated reports record revenue figures of 2.3 million in 2022, driven by both strategy and technology consulting divisions. LATAM political economic calendar week is ahead. Noblest Run Cyber Assurance and Run Acquisitions is now available on the GSA schedule.
Order submitted.
All right, so here we go. The S&P 500 met the automated trade indicator and fired off, as did the NASDAQ futures. So we will watch both of these. All right, so risk Strategies acquires Holland Reverse Employment Solutions. Typical promotion as primary sponsor of Front Row Motorsports number 38 Ford F-150 and NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series race. The most common lead generation missteps to avoid in a tight economy. And here's how to maximize performance. JP Morgan adjusts the price target on Entergy to $134 from $127 and maintains the overweight rating. We would like to thank you for watching, liking, and subscribing. We greatly appreciate it. So we're in an automated trade here on the NASDAQ. It's doing well. Here's the S&P 500. It's in an automated trade and it's starting to gain. Crude oil, there's still no automated trade yet. All right, so let's take a look here on the news. Citigroup trims price target on American International Group to $70 from $71 and maintains the buy rating. Treasury yields hold mostly steady as traders continue to price in May rate hike. Tecogen schedules earnings release and conference call for Q1 2023 results. VisiPay reports first quarter 2023 results. The Canadian 10-year bond yield top at a 6-week high. Jeopardizing research says short universal display. Fuse Medical Incorporated fiscal year 2022 financial results. Alright, so here's the NASDAQ and the S&P 500. Crude oil. Russell 2000 futures. Dow. Back to our automated trade on NASDAQ. Pressure Snap Incorporated and Saudi Ministry of Culture empower local talent with augmented reality training. Gordon Haskett initiates Compass at buy. The Canadian dollar steadies as inflation cools as expected. Ardrenlex resubmits new drug application to FDX for Zolfa Expo. I have no idea what this word is. All right, Land and Buildings urges AMCO to assess all options. All right, so let's take a look at our S&P, NASDAQ, Dow, Russell, crude. Back to our automated trade here. Wells Fargo downgrades Marathon Petroleum to equal weight from overweight, and the price target is $135. Wells Fargo downgrades Valero Energy to equal weight from overweight, and the price target is $135. And they adjust the price target on Pioneer Natural Resources to $227 from $220 and maintains the equal weight rating. Goldman cuts 6% of staff in the blah, blah, blah. Goldman cuts 6% of staff in the first quarter. J&J swings to a loss after charge but raises guidance. FDA authorities second bivalent COVID booster for adults. FDA authorizes second bivalent COVID booster for older adults. Ooh. Well, I personally will not be doing that. Wells Fargo adjusts the price target on Pioneer Natural Resources to 200. Nope, I think we read that one. Broadcom releases chip for wiring together AI supercomputers. Barclays raises the price target on energy transfers to 16 from 15 and keeps overrate rating. They also rose the price target on Magellan Midstream Partners to $60 from 59 to maintain the overweight rating. And they trimmed the price target on New Star Energy to 18 from 19 to maintain the overweight rating. And they trimmed the price target on Kinder Morgan to 20 from 21 to maintain the equal weight rating. Goldman Sachs reports lower profit. I wonder if that's why they just let 6% of its stock go. Anyways, precious metal miners lift TSX higher and Bellis Health soars. China Jojo drugstore shares drop 43% after direct offering prices. Commodities market impact the weather. Precipitation and cold air moving through the U.S. There's a flurry in prime position in defense market. If King Dollar is wobbling, this asset is not. All right. And Neo Performance Materials agrees to buy European magnet manufacturers. The S&P 500 and Nasdaq open higher on earnings optimism. Take a look at our automated trade here. We're about at 560 or so in profit. It needs to go up higher before I manage my stop loss bar. S&P 500 needs to go up higher. But since they're on their way up, what I can do is get in preparation and make sure that I disable my strategies so when I want to move my stop loss bar, I will be able to and I won't be scrabbling. Okay, so on a different screen, I've disabled my strategies. So now I can manage my stop loss when I see fit. And I'm going to see fit when the bar is like, around here. Halfway between blue and pink. Alright, let's see here. Take a look at the calendar, make sure we don't have anything coming out soon to surprise us. no more reports for the day, so we just have that 1 p.m. speaker from FOMC member Bowman will be speaking. Let's take a look at what's happening in the other charts. All right, so crude oil is below the 200 period AMA. When we're below, we want green, and it's not green. This is the Russell 2000 futures. Here is the Dow, Jones, NASDAQ, and the S&P. So we're going to let these two automated trades do their thing. We'll be back in a few minutes to check on them. Sketching it to the 200. That way we don't have to worry about it while we walk away. So let's just take a look one more time. Here's our S&P, and then we'll leave it here on the NASDAQ, and we'll be back in a few minutes to see what they are doing.
Order filled.
Alright, so we heard an order fill, so let's take a look. It was the S&P 500 got stopped out um, on its way down. So we still have the NASDAQ, and we will leave it in its automated trade, and we'll be back to check on it.
Order filled.
That got stopped out on its loss there. Let's take a look at the crude oil. Still making its breakdown. Same with Russell and the Dow. So, no manual trades for this time. Good morning, Thomas. Thank you for liking and subscribing and commenting. And let's take a look at our account now that we're done trading for the day. There we are. Okay, so simulated opening trade. Here's our cash value. The growth matches this. And the realized is higher because we have to pay our fees for our trades. Make sure you understand your fee schedule from your provider. Very important. Thank you for watching, liking, and subscribing. We have free trials on our system at theautomatedtrade.com. And we will be here tomorrow. See you then.